All right, welcome back everybody. As you see, there's a stack of 2x4s behind me, and no, we are not building a shed today. This is a car building channel, and we're gonna do something car related, of course. Today I'm gonna be doing a DIY jack stands. So you may or may not have seen these things floating around the internet. So what it is just, cut down to 12 inches, and they're stacked and nailed or screwed together, and you put them underneath each wheel. So you can essentially lift the car up, put them on these, and then work underneath the car while the car is at ride height. So I have a couple projects lined up that I'm gonna be doing that are gonna require the car to be at ride height. And it's perfect for if you're setting up your suspension or doing anything like that, that you could set the car up at its ride height, get underneath of it without having to jack it, unload the suspension, stuff like that. And I thought, for a while, I'm like, this would actually be pretty cool to have around the shop. So I've said today, let's make these things, and I'll show you exactly what I did. And obviously you can make them any height that you want. I'm not sure how high I'm gonna go yet, but we'll cut them down, measure them, screw them together, and then try them out. All right, so I'm gonna cut each one of these down actually at 16 inches. So I'm gonna mark all these, and then use this to make a straight line, and then we'll get them all cut up. All right, so these are 8-foot boards, so you'll be able to get 5 pieces out of each, and then have like 12 inches left over off of each one. So I'm going to use my miter saw to cut these. You can use a sawzall, a circular saw, a hand saw, whatever you can use to cut wood will work just fine, but I'm going to just use this just to make this pretty quick. Okay, now that I have my pieces cut, I'm gonna square these up like this. I'm gonna use just extra boards just to kind of get everything square. And then I'm gonna do 2 screws on each piece. And then it's gonna go up like this till I reach my height. I'm not sure how high I'm going yet, but we'll get to that. I'm also using 2.5-inch exterior screws, and I'm using a pilot drill bit here for these so I don't split any of these boards, and it just has to be smaller than the screw if you haven't done this before. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 in each one. I'm gonna stagger them just so the screws don't hit the other ones as I go up higher. I just want to show you how I'm staggering the screws here. So I did them all, the first layer like that, and then the next one I'm going to do like that, just so they don't hit the screw. All right, so I got the first one done there, and that's like 10 2x4s high, which is like 15.5 inches. So I think that's a pretty good height. Sit it over by the car to get a rough idea. So that should give us enough room to have the car up in the air and be able to get underneath of it. So I'm gonna knock the other 3 out. I got all 4 done. So what we're gonna do is jack up one of the cars, sit it down on them, and take a look. All right, so I got my C4 up on here. It's at ride height, and there's plenty of room underneath there. So it turned out pretty good. So even though they give you plenty of room to work underneath there and it gets the car pretty high and they look cool, I would definitely put another set of metal jack stands underneath there if you're doing any kind of big work under there, trans, diff, anything like that. You just can't be too safe nowadays when you're underneath the car. So if you enjoyed the video, press like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.